mo kabangi bet kalamta wata mongi jere fi kalamta wata wala de besana barawana gasi lusuan kaman le nusuan tanna kulu ta junub ta South Sudan ana der kan nasal kubar bitana kaman kida hina nusuan hasa fi zaman tahassira حاليا نسوان كتير انت لفت في بيوت ده واحد انت بيلقوا نسوان براو جرب ايال في جوا بيت وابوه ما في مسؤوليه ذاته ما في مسؤوليه ده شنو للام وانت كان بقى انت لازم تكون عندك وقتها.
Sounds of the Week on iRadio, your eye on South Sudan. Live from Juba, on air and online.
This is iRadio News.
Hello, good afternoon. This is iRadio News. First, here are the headlines. A senior officer in the South Sudan People's Defense Forces, Brigadier General Dor Dut Dor, sustained injuries in an armed attack on his residence in Gudeleti on Wednesday morning. 8 teachers have been arrested in northern Bahar El Ghazal state after submitting a petition calling for the removal of the acting director general at the Ministry of General Education, a source has told iRadio this morning. And the chief administrator of the Greater Pibor administrative area, Gola Boyoy Gola, has called on communities in the area to embrace peace and unity as key to development. This is stories and more coming to in this news bulletin with me, Lasuba Memo, and now the news in detail. A senior officer in the South Sudan People's Defense Forces, Brigadier General Dor Dut Dor, sustained injuries in an armed attack on his residence in Gudeleti on Wednesday morning. Speaking exclusively to iRadio from his home near Luri Payam headquarters, General Dor confirmed that the incident occurred at approximately 11:30 a.m. when 3 armed men entered his compound and opened fire. General Dor, who sought medical treatment at a Juba teaching hospital, said 3 bullets remained lodged in his left hand. He narrated his ordeal to iRadio this morning.
Actually, the 3 people came with 3 pistols. They stormed into my compound. Suddenly, I ran inside the house and I picked my pistol. And we exchanged the bullets. 3 of them, they have pistols. And I, with my pistol, we exchanged the bullets. So I have been injured with 3 bullets on one side and then 1 bullet on arm side. So all on the left-hand side, all of them. The 2 bullets came out and the 2 bullets are still inside now. Need some time to be operated. So then after storming the house and we exchanged the fire, they left the compound and they were having a motorcycle outside the compound. They went and just gone with the motorcycle and then they left. So that was a story. That was 11:30 South Sudan time.
The incident comes just 2 weeks after a similar attack in the same area when 5 armed men targeted Major General Dr. Stephen Warkozi, Director General for Research and Planning at the Ministry of Interior, also in Gudela too. Authorities have not yet confirmed any link between the 2 incidents. 8 teachers have been arrested in northern Bahar El Ghazal state after submitting a petition calling for the removal of the acting director general at the Ministry of General Education. A source has told iRadio this morning. A teacher who spoke to iRadio on condition of anonymity for fear of being arrested by authorities said the incident happened yesterday when teachers went to the ministry premises to demand the dismissal of acting director General Valentino Anaideng. The anonymous teacher said the situation escalated into a quarrel and turned into a physical clash between the group and some staff at the ministry. According to the source, several employees sustained injuries during the confrontation, prompting the acting director general to call in security forces.
They were ordered by the DG, acting director of Valentino Anaideng, to send them to go around the compound. And these teachers, they include the chairman of Social Union. Chairman, they were the one demanding the Director General to be dismissed. So therefore, people thought the office manager of the minister, another minister was out on the head, and 8 teachers were arrested by their security, including teacher chairman. They are 8 number.
The teachers arrested include Luka Lual Garang, the chairperson of the State Teachers Union, William Garang Awan, Kon Deng Kon, James Yel, Dud Ahmed, and Deng Garang. When contacted by iRadio on Thursday morning, Acting Director General Valentina Nay Deng confirmed the incident and said the altercation turned physical. Deng explained that the dispute came after the steering committee of the Teachers Union appointed in October 2024 failed to organize elections as required.
From October until June, they did not fulfill the mandate that was given to them. So as the ministry, they have decided to replace this steering committee with another new one, tasked to review the constitution, mobilize the resources, and conduct teachers' union election. But they refused to hand over the office, and this was the standing block. Until yesterday, they have attacked me in the office in the ministry. So I did not call for any arrest, but it was the attack that they had made. That's why the government intervened, security intervened. The legal advisor opened case against them of attacking the institution, and they were taken to court, and now they are in prison, Wheel Central Prison.
Deng confirmed the confrontation took place inside his office on Tuesday. He said he did not order the arrest, but the police acted after the alleged attack. The teachers were later taken to court and are now being held in a Wheel Central Prison. This is iRadio News. The Chief Administrator of the Greater Pibor Administrative Area, Gola Boye Gola, has called on communities in the area to embrace peace and unity as key to development. Speaking during a visit to Gumuru County, Gola said his return to office is to continue what he describes as unfinished development projects following his recent appointment by President Salva Kiir. Gola received a hero's reception upon his return to the area this week. He said the Greater Pibor Administrative Area is blessed and urged the communities to put an end to violence and avoid confrontation with neighboring areas. This way, he said, will allow for development to take place in the area.
لازم يكون عندنا تفاهم لو قلنا لكم وقفوا مشاكل لو قلنا لكم ما نمشي للجيران بتاعنا ما نمشي للجيران بتاعنا خلونا ناس بتاع سلام عشان تنمية يجي للبلد بتاعنا لأنه لو في حرب ما بكون في تنمية لو في ناب أفكار ما بكون في تنمية بلد بتاعنا فوق خيرات كتير فوق واي لايف فوق مايننج فوق أرض خصب للزراعة صورة على الانتداد وساكت في شارع كده بقوم هنا أكثر ناس معزوزين في جنوب السودان لكن ما قادرين نضبط نفوسنا ما قادرين نعيش في سلام ما قادرين نعيش بعض عشان عجلنا نستغلوا أحسن استغلال.
Gola went on to say,
فأنا بشكركم شكر جزيل خلينا كلنا نشتغل ونبدأ بما لدينا وجبنا يوم ذاك موضوع بتاع الشوارع ده يستمر موضوع بتاع سكيورتي ده هيكون نمبر 1 ما دارين فونا ثاني ما دارين ناب في شارع ما دارين ناب أفكار ما دارين كتاب أطفال دارين نكون ناس بتاع سلام ونشتغل كلنا بوحدة مناطق بتاعنا كان انت من كومو ولا انت من لوكامولي ولا انت من فرتات ولا انت من كوما كلنا شعب ولا انت من فشلة كلنا شعب بتاع كريتا بيقول.
He expressed gratitude to President Salva Kiir for reinstating him and urged the public to reciprocate the trust by promoting stability. The governor of Upper Nile State has urged residents to stop spreading misinformation and falsehood, saying such acts are fueling conflict in the state. James Kong said spreading lies and rumors will not help the state achieve peace and stability. He appealed to the residents to live in peace and maintain law and order across the communities. Governor Kong blamed the ongoing insecurity in some parts of the Upper Nile region on misinformation and disinformation. He made the remarks while addressing a gathering in Agot, Payam or Makal County last week.
عندنا بعض المشاكل في المنطقة هناك منه
أنا كل شهرين أنا ما جري هنا كان دايرين يشيلوا جو نفي نغير جو كان في ناصر الكذب بتاع الجنوبين يوقت الناس في نورنا ده كذب كتب زي عملوك هو وشلون ده حاجة بكتو الناس هم خلق الأوضاع أنا مع جور الولن قاعدين في ملكال رسلونا من قيادة قال أمشوا غيره قول بتاع ناصر وشيلوا بابورات لأن في أجيال أنا شايلينه شايلين تاينات وشايلين جاس وشايلين جيش البمشي غيره هو الناس ما خلقوا الأوضاع قال يا أخي دابل ما ماشيين غير جيش ماشيين يمشي يشيلوا سلاح في يد بتاع جيش أبيض ماشيين يعملوا الدبراء من الأمانوس من الضمة ولان والناصر متى ماشي لهدوء ده كل كذب أصلا الوضع ما كويس في اتجاه بتاع إيس في ولان كاونتي وفي ناصر كاونتي كذب دائما يا بقتل لنا نبالنين.
The governor said misleading information spread among communities has contributed to tension and violence, especially in Ulang and Nasir counties. He called on the citizens there to verify information before sharing it and support efforts to bring lasting peace to the state. Before we move to the international news, the Torre Payam community in Yei River County has raised serious concerns about the worsening security situation along the Yei-Torre Road and the absence of basic services. Community leaders paid a courtesy visit to the governor of Central Equatorial State, Rabbi Mujung Emmanuel, on Wednesday, during which they expressed growing alarm over insecurity, armed cattle herders, and the absence of basic services. According to the community, often armed herders from Tarakeka, Jongole, and the Ambororo groups are increasingly encroaching on farmland with large numbers of cattle destroying crops and vegetation in the process. The delegation also complained about the lack of health and education facilities. Meanwhile, they reiterated the ongoing wildlife conservation activities in Lantoto National Park without local involvement of the local community. Ali Hassan Juma, chairman of the Torre community, appealed for immediate intervention, particularly regarding the deteriorating road network and the cattle invasion.
عندنا بعض المشاكل في المنطقة هناك منه الأبقار هسه خاشة في طرق كتير جدا نقول له عشان يساعدوا في شنو الأبقار ده ومشكلة الصحة والمدارس والطرق والسكة يعني سكة هسه من يي لتورة سكة ما في وده حاجة لنا كلامنا فوق سيد الحاكم والحمد لله واستقبلنا استقبال كويس وبنشكره لأن كلامه كان كله كلام كويس ويقول على أساس إنه يساعد أبناء التورة في مشاكلهم إن شاء الله.
The Torre community has called for a shift and sustained government response to avoid further deterioration of the region's living conditions. Victoria Nasra Agustino, a member of parliament at the Council of States, emphasized the urgency of addressing the area's health crisis, stating that many women die in childbirth due to the absence of functioning medical facilities.
najasa na buwele so batale ga hasil manna hinak down hinak ma community bitana unna wonu sketir kasatan kalam bita abugar nasal gishilo abugar hinak kumon ambe asla o kalam bita ambororo gija be adad kebir ba abugar kaman unna marfu mo jamin wen de ya isbadna jafogo kalam ta madaris mafi مستشفيات ما في نساوين بموتو كان جي اجو ولدو جي بوك مستشفى ده كل اثبات وما في مويه ذاته نضيف بواحول بتاعنا كله بكسور ده اثبات لكن ونسو كويس وكلام ده successful.
In response, Governor Mujung acknowledged the concerns and reassured the delegation of the state government's commitment to addressing some of the challenges. He called for collaborative efforts to promote peace, unity and security in the region. This is iRadio 1 o'clock news, and now we move to the international scene. Here is Madrama James.
Thanks to my colleague Lasuba. Memo, let's have a look at some of the stories making headlines around the globe. Clashes between Thai and Cambodian troops at their disputed border have killed at least 12 people, Thai authorities have said. The fighting marked an escalation of a dispute between the two Southeast Asian neighbors that dates back more than a century. Most of the casualties were civilians from 3 Thai provinces, according to Thailand's army, which also reported that several people were wounded. Cambodia has yet to confirm whether it has suffered any casualties. Both the sides exchanged fire early on Thursday, with each claiming the other had fired the first shot. The White House has plugged back after reports that U.S. President Donald Trump was told in May that he was among hundreds of names mentioned in Justice Department documents relating to the later pedophile financier Jeffrey Spetini. The Wall Street Journal said that the president was informed of the fact by Anthony General Pompondi during a routine briefing. It noted that appearing in the document was not a sign of any wrongdoing by Trump. In response, a White House spokesman called it a fake news story. The Trump administration has begun under mounting pressure to disclose more information about Spetini, with whom Trump was friendly before. According to the president, they fell out in 2024. Finally, Ukraine's European allies marshaled resources this week to provide the siege country with air defense against drone and ballistic missile. The European Union also announced an 18 round of sanctions designed to sever all remaining Russian energy imports and propose five-fold increase in the common defense budget to boost the EU defense research and procurement. Those are some of the stories making headlines around the globe, and back to you, my colleague Lasuba Memo.
Thanks indeed, Mardrama James. Now we move to the world of sports, and here is Darlington Moses.
Thanks, Lasuba Memo. We start with the Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON 2024 held July 2025 in Morocco. Morocco has beaten Ghana on penalties 4-2 after a 1-1 draw, while Nigeria narrowly defeated defending champion South Africa 2-1 in its stoppage time in Casablanca. The final between Morocco and Nigeria is scheduled for Saturday, July 2025, to be played at Rabat's Olympic Stadium. In England were heartbroken 2 years ago, but now they will get the sword at redemptions. Spain's extra time victory over Germany means they will face the Lionesses on Sunday's Euro 2025 final. It's a repeat of the 2023 World Cup final, which Spain won. They were the two best sides in the world 24 months ago, and they remain the best two sides in Europe now. In transfer news, Wolves have completed the signing of Colombian John Arias from Brazilian side Fluminense in a deal worth 19 million euros. Arias joins on 4-year deal with the absence of a further 12 months extensions. Meanwhile, Alexander Isak's not in Newcastle tour squad to Asia, missing out with a minor thigh injury, said the club. On Saturday, Magpies boss Eddie Howe said Isak would absolutely be part of the squad for games in Singapore and South Korea. Liverpool confirms the signing of striker Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt for an initial 69 million euros. Finally, Marcus Rashford, Barcelona's new signing, said he feels he made the right decisions by joining the Spanish champions, adding that his former club, Manchester United, will always be part of his life and football career. The England striker joined Barcelona on Wednesday on a one-season loan deal with an option to buy coming from Manchester United. And back to you in the studio. This is iRadio Sport News.
Thanks, Darlington Moses. This is iRadio News, and to end this bulletin, here is the recap of the headlines. A senior officer in the South Sudan People's Defense Forces, Brigadier General Dor Dudor, sustained injuries in an armed attack on his residence in Gudeleti on Wednesday morning. 8 teachers have been arrested in northern Bahar El Ghazal state after submitting a petition calling for the removal of the acting director general at the Ministry of General Education, as sources told iRadio this morning. And the chief administrator of the Greater Pibor administrative area, Gola Boye Gola, has called on communities in the area to embrace peace and unity as key to development. That's the end of iRadio News. If there is a story or an event you'd like iRadio to cover or report about, please send us a text message at +211 925 287870. It's also a WhatsApp number. Follow us on X at iRadio Juba, like our Facebook page iRadio, subscribe to our YouTube channel at iRadio South Sudan. You can also visit our website and listen to us online at www.iradio.org. Stay tuned for the news in Arabic. Just 10 minutes away. I am Lasuba Memo. Thanks for listening.